So this was an unusual discovery. I was looking into a YouTuber who I've not heard from in a couple of years, I guess because they had some shit takes, and so they seem to have disappeared, but no, they're still around, and they had a Wikitubia page, and I thought, here's some smaller YouTubers that I wouldn't expect to be on here. I wonder. I looked it up, and yeah, I'm on here too. I don't know who made this page or why, but it exists. So let's just see what's on here, see what's accurate, what's not. I have actually skimmed over it already, but it might be fun to look over and see what stupid things might have been said on here. First off, The Force Maker is an English YouTuber who mainly makes commentary videos on various video games. Yeah, I'd say that's accurate. Well, I guess it depends on what you define as commentary, because yes, when you make a video essay, that's commenting on a subject, so it is technically correct if you look at the definition of the words, but when you say commentary, it kind of gives off a different vibe. It's like you think of stuff like, ironically enough, Paracynical does both kinds as well, but you normally think of stuff like where he'll just talk about a random topic, like here's some bullshit on the internet, let's talk about that. Or alternatively, let's plays. I think like the term commentary is very broad, so it is correct, but it doesn't quite convey exactly what I do here, so it might be worth changing at some point. But yeah, he joined YouTube on August 13th, 2006. That is true. I've been doing this for 16 years now, and I've still not reached 100,000 subscribers, so, you know, please share my videos around, recommend my channel to people. I want to reach 100k before I die, but at the rate my sub growth has been going, probably not. And he uploaded his first video, MK Shorts, Sub-Zero vs Sector. I wonder how many people who watch my stuff have seen that video. It wasn't the first video I ever made, it was just the first one I uploaded when I found YouTube. I'd been making the MK story videos before then, and even then the first video I made was this like shitty little AMV of Shadow the Hedgehog, when I was just trying out the editing software when I found it randomly on a computer one day. So yeah, that was a fun little video. I wonder how many people have seen that or even knew it exists. Probably not many. Yeah, 3 days later. I'm not sure if I made the channel specifically to upload the video, or if it was to subscribe to some channels back then, and then I figured, well, got the channel, might as well upload stuff. Currently reside in the United Kingdom, that is true, yes. I'd like to comment on the profile picture they've chosen. They have uploaded a JPEG version, and this JPEG obviously doesn't have the transparent background. Come on guys, what are you doing? Get the transparent PNG, use that instead. Come on, stop being lazy. Look at the categories up here. I like this when you get little icons for the various categories. That's the word. I just said it and I already forgot. See guys, I'm getting old. I'm going senile. I need to reach 100k before I completely just break down. Plays video games. See, I imagine that means they play video games as content, not literally they play video games. It's like, oh, this person who does makeup tutorials, they played Candy Crush once on their mobile in like 2014. They play video games. Commentator. That makes me sound like I'm a fucking sports commentator, which would be Dyer. It's from England. That is true. Is male. True. Created the account in 2006. I wonder how many people who made their channels back then are still active. Like, I think 2006 was when the AVGN started. At least started on YouTube. And it's like, yeah, I can't imagine there were that many people who are still going after all this time from back then. I mean, a lot of the channels I watched back then don't exist anymore, which is depressing. Is a content creator on YouTube. Is this not just for YouTube? Yeah, the YouTube... Unless they also have articles for people like Susan, who don't make content on the website and are just connected to it. Animators, anime, beauty, commentary, comedians, gamers, musicians, pranksters, reactors, vloggers. I feel there's a fair amount of overlap with some of this stuff. And some of them are just like, what? Pranksters? Really? Really, dude? Fuck's sake. Also, if you just do like a reaction video, does that make you a reactor? Am I a reactor because I did that one video where I reacted to the Snowblind trailer? Style commentary and gaming? Yeah, I guess so. It's weird because I feel like while the commentary thing is too broad, I feel like saying commentary and gaming is also kind of at the same time pigeonholing me, because I do talk about stuff outside of that. I've done a fair amount of talking about comics as well. I mean, I know when it comes to DC stuff, a lot of stuff I talk about is Injustice and a bit of the Arkham games, but I do talk about DC in general and Marvel in general and the anime adaptations and the movies and stuff like that. So it's one of those things where, do they have a limit on how many things you can put as the style? Would it just be pointless to put in all the different things? Like, well, he also talks about movies and comics and this and this. Would it be too much? Dave John, the videos. I've often wondered about this too. How often is this stuff upkept? Like for people who only have like a dozen videos, because they put out one every 2 months or something, and still somehow get like 250,000 subs. For stuff like that, easy enough to understand. Oh, there's a new video, add that at some point. But for someone who uploads fairly regularly, I usually upload it at least once a week, unless I got like a big project going on, like this month where I've been working on a big project. So obviously I've fallen behind a bit, but I upload pretty regularly. So, or what about people who do like let's plays? Like, do Game Grumps still go like 3+ videos a day? Like, what did they do there? How often is that upkept? I want to say my schedule is daily. I imagine then that this page may have been made back when I was doing some of my Let's Play stuff, because there were points when I would go like one a day, like when I was doing the Bayonetta Let's Play. So it could be related to that. Otherwise, I can't imagine why the schedule has been put as daily. I feel like weekly would be more accurate. Status active, username. I don't know. What was it? No need to subscribe to yourself. Yeah, no need to subscribe to yourself, but at the same time, you'll still get YouTube recommending your own videos to you. YouTube, I don't need to watch my own videos. I've seen them. Trust me, I have seen them. And maybe it would say my name if I wasn't already signed in on YouTube, but I can't be asked testing that. Nationality English, resides United Kingdom. Yeah, channel trailer. Oh god, yeah. The channel trailer is still the one I made when I was 10 years. Because I just don't know what to put for a channel trailer. Like, it's one of those things where it makes sense as a feature, but I've never really known what to do with it. So I put that when I'd been doing this for 10 years, and that was fucking 6 years ago. Oh god, I'm closer to having been doing this for 20 years than I am to having been doing it for 10. Fuck. I don't know if you saw that, where the ad is now. Popular pages, top one, fucking EDP. EDP 445. Eat that pussy 445. Now, I've not seen a lot of shit talking on my page, so I don't know if the wiki allows for that. I don't know if they're just trying to be factual about it and, you know, not being Encyclopedia Dramatica. But I have to know if there's any shit talk on EDP, because fuck. That guy just threw away his career. He just screwed it up and threw it in the bin for a cupcake. Most viewed video. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. The sub 20-second shit post that got like 3 million. I need to know how many. I need to know how many views it's on now. It is on 3.5 million. That doesn't say specifically, but I'm not going to go into my homepage analytics. I think it got to like 1 million in like 3 days, and then it got to around 3 million within a week or two. Fuck. I have got 2 other videos that are proper edited videos that have got over 1 million views. The MK9 critique, which is 2 hours long and has been out since 2016, and the Resident Evil movies do not work video, which I still need to watch. Not Operation Raccoon City. Welcome to Raccoon City. Don't put Raccoon City in your Resident Evil title, it does not work out. I need to watch that at some point and maybe make a follow-up video about whether or not that works. I've heard it doesn't, but for different reasons from the Mila Jovovich movies. But the point is, that video came out in 2019, I think, and I think it almost beat the MK1 to 1 million views. I think the MK1 just about managed to get there first, or something like that. Then we have first video, MK Short, Sub-Zero vs Sector. Yeah. Content. On his main channel, he essentially uploads commentary videos on video games and sometimes music videos. Finally, someone acknowledges that I make the GMVs. Like the number of times I mention it, someone goes, wait, you do GMVs? Like, yes! How do you not know this? I make them! I make GMVs! In fact, I was actually going to make another one for Assassin's Creed's 15th anniversary, but making this other video, which was supposed to come out 3 days later, this like 40+ minute video, I just didn't really have the time for the Assassin's Creed video. I was like, I could have really gone all in and like spent a lot of time editing, but I was getting to the point of starting to feel burnout, so I didn't do it. I might still make it at some point in the future, but I never even managed to pick a song for it. Until then, you still got the 10th anniversary GMV, which is probably the best Assassin's Creed one I did. Some of his video game commentary videos can be timeline explanations through a series of videos called A Line Through Time, and the link takes you to the playlist. Nice. Where he visually constructs timelines through over-analysis, theorizing. I mean, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's just, this is literally what it is. Sometimes it's the only way to construct a cohesive... Like, you saw the Batman timeline, right? You saw the Batman Arkham timeline, surely, or the Sonic one. Like, sometimes you need to overanalyze to get anywhere, but it's not an unfair thing to say about it, so I'll let them have that one. Moreover, some other video game commentaries are categorized under a series of videos called Wasted Potential, which discusses the wasted potential for a plot of a video game. And those are the only shows they mention, so I imagine that this was quite a while back, a good few years ago. No one's bothered to upkeep it, and you know, I don't blame them for not bothering, but the point is, there's no mention of any of the shows that have come after that. There's nothing about adaptive difficulty, which suggests this was like 2018 when this was made, if not sooner. You know, there's a lot of stuff that I've made since that is just not mentioned here. The Four Snake has a second channel called The Four Snake Plays, which is simply his less active gaming channel, more like a fucking dead channel. I did consider putting funny clips on there from other random games, but it's honestly just too much effort to get those clips and clip them and edit them, even though I constantly saved clips for it and have a bunch saved on my desktop and stuff. Some of these have been going back to like 2016, 17 when I was playing Assassin's Creed Syndicate and stuff like that. There's just some funny clips, but I just never got around to bothering. I put up a couple from Ghost of Tsushima and that was it. And I can't put it on the main channel because it'll just fucking kill it in the algorithm, because YouTube, its algorithm just fucking hates everyone who isn't like an existing big name, basically. His profile is based on Snake from the Metal Gear video game series, and it links to the Snake page on the Metal Gear wiki, which isn't even talking about a specific character, it's just any instance of Snake. Like, here's all the characters who've used the codename Snake, canon and non-canon, and then other stuff like the Snake camo and the snakes you can eat in MGS3. Fuck, is Gambare Snake? I don't fucking care anymore. Oh god. And then you're back to the categories. It's funny how each one is like YouTubers. So it must be that they have stuff for people like Susan. Yep, she does have a page. So I mean, she's the only person who works at YouTube that I know about. I imagine there are more people. I mean, if one person was running the site, it would explain why it's such a shit show. But I imagine there are more than one person doing it. Oh, actually, shout out to YouTube support guys on Twitter, because there was some asshole who was impersonating me. I thought this would be done with just big channels like Game Theory and stuff, but no, it happened to me. Someone made like a bot, I assume, that is posing as me, trying to trick people by saying there's some kind of contest winner or something, without even a malicious link or anything. So I don't know how this thing was supposed to work, but yeah, got to the point where I was putting reports about scamming and impersonation day after day on YouTube, and nothing was getting done. So I reached out to the guys on Twitter, and they said that they put in a word in about it, but nothing was done about it, and a few days later, it was resolved. So I guess they did. I guess they actually followed through and got results. So the guys on that Twitter account, cheers guys, you are the good ones. And I know, I imagine there's going to be lots and lots of people putting in these reports, but fucking I put in multiple reports on this person, nothing got done. I don't even know why it would need to have any kind of consideration. You just look at it and it's like, clearly this person's trying to impersonate me, to scam people. Anyway, let's get back on topic. It says there's one comment, but there is actually another comment underneath it. So first, this person saying, they say in the Iceberg video that he was working for Midway and MK development team, but cannot confirm if he was formerly worked for Midway, Mortal Kombat Midway. I've heard about this, that there is some MK Iceberg that claims that I worked at Midway and pissed off at the state the franchise is in under WB. I can confirm that no, I did not work at Midway. Midway Games closed down in 2009, I believe, at a time when I was 17 years old. Like, technically I wasn't even old enough to play the games, never mind to work on them. Although you can work on productions that you yourself can't consume, like that. They have kids in 18 rated horror movies, so maybe it theoretically could have been possible that I could have been allowed to work on an MK game if I had applied for a job there. It didn't happen though. I'm not a disgruntled Midway employee, I'm just a fan who loves what Midway did and hates what NetherRealm and WB have done to the franchise since. And EDP has, yep, all that information. I know why Ayane's here, I get it. This makes so much sense in hindsight. EDP's just like, yeah, I'm gonna have a gaming channel, and what am I gonna have as my icon? A 16-year-old girl. You know, in hindsight? Oh, Christ. But, yeah, all that to say,